Hey guys, it's Jason the X for SNES Live, powered by Cinelinks.com. Welcome to another throwback review, and this is the Transformers Beast Wars Depth Charge figure. Now this guy is awesome. Now if you remember Beast Wars, Depth Charge came along, I believe, second season. But yes, really a cool figure. I was able to find this guy at a thrift shop, if you'll notice, in the box. So we're going to take a look at this guy because he is just awesome. I loved opening up this guy on the show, and the guys just lost their minds because it was like a vintage thing. Anyway, yeah, this is the box that he came in. Got a little image of depth charge right there, 3-mode conversion. Look at the top of the box. Yeah, look at the conversions on the side. He does have 3 forms, the Space Cruiser and a robot mode, along with the Manta Ray. Same thing on the other side. And here's a look at the back of the box. Made by Kenner, that's right, who had the license beforehand. And here's a look at a little bio on the side for depth charge. So, let's get that out of the way. Let me zoom in on that so you can get a look at it. So yeah, and he has a trans metal. A lot of vac metal on this guy. I love him. I always wanted this guy. I saw him as a repaint, and see, I just knocked something off. Repaint a couple of years ago, but I didn't get him. Unfortunately, a lot of my Beast Wars stuff didn't survive, but I did get a couple things. I was really happy to find this guy, especially at a thrift shop for the price I found him for. So just awesome. And if you look, I mean, at the front of him, he looks like a Manta Ray. I mean, he's very screen accurate. And look at all this nice detail on this guy. It's hard to believe this toy is, oh man, let's see, it's 2000, no. It's a lot of years old. I can't think of can't think of when this toy came out. I want to say it was 1996 though. But yeah, just a lot of great detail. These panels will move in and out, well, up and down. These will as well. Really organic looking, especially how you can kind of simulate that Manta Ray movement. These are actually flaps too. It's more to help, and that just keeps falling off. You got this tail here that's jointed in 2 places. Actually, it's jointed in 3 places, but it's jointed down here. That's more for the transformation, which I'll show that off in a bit. So yeah, just a really great design. Just look at all this nice detail on this guy. Lines and panels, great paint apps. Also, he has his, his name right here. For some reason, it was on all these trans metals here. And the bottom, it's not very kibbly. I mean, you can see a little bit here, but they hide it very well. Now, what keeps popping off, and we'll go ahead and get into some of the accessories. He has this little peg down here, which corresponds to his blaster here, which is a RoboShark, a RoboShark gun. And he has these 2 projectiles, which fire by these 2 things here, and we'll just... Okay, that one not as satisfying as the other one. I'm not sure what it is about. I think it's the missile, but the other side, I mean, this thing has some great spring-loaded poppiness. And of course, I got the 2 missiles here, so we'll just go ahead and put those back in, because that's going to become his blaster later on. And though these missiles are real long, they hide it very well. I love this little shark design. Just look at that. Or bear, it is a shark. It's a shark. I was going to say a barracuda. Also in this mode, he does have another feature. If you look inside, you can see these discs down there, and they are fired by this little mechanism here. So you just pull this back, and they're not too spectacular, but the harder you do it, the better it comes out. So you got a total of 7 discs came with him. And they're just these little, they're all the same. And to load them in, all you do is just open up this flap right here. And they have notches on the side that correspond to the grooves on each disc. And you just load them in there, and then just, that little mechanism pushes them out. That's it. There's not really much to it. So the harder you do this, the better it'll go. We're just going to leave those out for the rest of the transformation, because they tend to just kind of, when you fold this part up, I've accidentally dropped them before. Now his third mode, like all the trans metals had, it's just a Space Cruiser, and it's fairly easy. You just unpeg these from here, you stretch them out, And these are actually going to become part of his back. And you're looking at like a twist here, you got a joint here, you got another joint here, and it'll twist on an axis here. So yeah, a lot of posability just here. So you want to take these and just bring them over, however you see fit. I noticed that this one's a little bit, while it does have a ratchet in there, it's very loose. And this was new in the box now. It had never been opened. Never been opened. So that's just a flaw. This one's a lot tighter over here by not much. But yeah, that's it. That's his rocket blast off space cruiser mode. So yeah, not too spectacular. Some of the other Beast Wars figures had really good intermediary modes, but this one's kind of meh. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get to the transformation for this guy. All you do is just take him, and these eyepieces are actually pegged in, well, tabbed in. There's a slot right here, and there's a tab right here, and you just want to stretch those out. Take the feet, open them up, and he has some heel spurs here. Get that out of the way. Now, these parts, well, that was supposed to be locked in here. They're locked in by a peg over here with a hole here. This one has the hole here and the peg on the side. So you just want to unpeg those and flip this part up. Take this whole assembly and bring it down in front of the Manta Ray face. I know it's taking up a lot of my camera because it's a really big figure too. I really should have done the comparison while he was in Manta Ray mode, but I got something over here I'm going to compare him to. So anyway, once you get this down here, take this part, and it's on this really crazy looking joint system here, which I'm trying to show off. Let me just raise my camera up. Gonna need to anyway. This guy gets pretty large. So anyway, yeah. So you got this system here, you just want to bring it down. You got a slot here. That's actually, yeah, you want to rotate this 360. And that's going to become the front of the body. Take this part and these legs here, bring them in and join them together. So now you've got a complete tab here to go into this slot here. So just collapse it together and there you go. So yeah, we've got his legs now. This big silver piece you just want to kind of fold up into the back, but we'll get to that in a second. The arms, you want to bring down what were the thrusters and just kind of slide them out, peg them into the body there. Another tab here goes in that one. So now you got his arms. Take this part, open it up, and these nice chrome hands will drop down. You just close it back up, and there you got a fist. Same thing on the other side. And there you have that. Next up, you just take this part and bring it around. There's his head. And I'm trying to think, it's these back pieces here that they can get really heavy. So what you want to do is on the end of the tail, you just take that and take it out. And that's actually going to become a sword for him. Take this whole assembly and bring it down. And why? Because that's going to have to support this big guy. As far as the fins, I like to bring them in like this and kind of collapse them so that they go as close to the body as they can. And that's pretty much how he looked on the show. So there you have Depth Charge in his robot mode. And yeah, like I said, this is a fairly large figure for back in the day. For size comparison, here he is with Masterpiece Prowl. As you can see, he's a little bit bigger than Prowl. And he's just almost dropping the camera while I'm talking here. So yeah, he's a pretty decent size here. Just a really big guy. And actually quite a bit of posability. Now as far as the tail fin, it's just, well, the tail, it's just a little sword with a peg at the end of it. You can take that same peg and put it in his hand here. So yeah. But on to the articulation. The guy does have double jointed knees. That's more for the transformation, but he does have them. The ankles will, well, no, I'm sorry. The toe piece is all that'll go down. You can't get the ankle piece to go back because it's stopped by a little tab in the back here. He does have some ball joints at the hips, but that's as far as they can rotate. No waist articulation. He does have some ball jointed shoulders here. 90-degree bend at the elbow. No wrist twists or anything like that. And the head will just go on a post, 360 degrees, but that's about it. Like I said, you can outfit him with his blade here, which you can't see, and his shark blaster. So yeah, a pretty cool figure, and also the action sequence. The fire mechanism for the disc still works in this mode. You still got the fin back here, and you just go ahead and fire off a couple rounds. So yeah, awesome guy. It was great to find him at a thrift shop. And yeah, so if you're looking to complete your Beast Wars figures, this is a guy to have, just because he's so much fun. He's big. He's got a lot of detail on him. He's one of the shining Transformers of that line. Literally, because he's got so much vac metal on him. Alright. Anyway, guys, I'm Jason the X for SCNS Live, powered by Cineleaks.com. Check out our show tonight, 8 to 9 p.m., Thursday. And until next time, guys, I will catch you later.